Good morning.
Good morning.
Guess what, Matt?
What, Bree?
This is not the exact site, but the exact auction where Mecum in the Morning originated, where it all happened. And I think people don't know, but Mecum in the Morning was your brainchild. You want to talk about it? Because let's reminisce a little bit, but I think we could get into it way more in 50. But when I first joined the company, you had an idea.
I did. And welcome and thanks for joining us for Mecum in the Morning here in Indianapolis. And you're right, Bree. This was kind of a concept that I've been kicking around for a while as a way to spotlight all the different things that goes on behind the scenes at Mecum Auctions. And it was really exciting a year ago when you effectively gave the green light and said, Matt, let's make it happen. And here we are. We're almost 50 episodes in and rocking and rolling.
Are we going to do something crazy and fun for episode 50, which will happen next week?
Every episode is crazy and fun.
It is. And I'm really excited because this officially marks like a year around the sun with me, here being at Mecum. And it's been an exciting ride for me, just seeing the full evolution of all the auctions and being on the Mecum tour for a year now. And it's been exciting working alongside you and becoming, your coworker, but also a really good friend, and being able to send you on some crazy adventures, and having Alyssa, our producer. I don't think she understood what I was putting her through when I said, hey, I need you to come do some video work for Mecum, and now like producing so many shows for us and running like Mecum in the Morning. It's been a fun journey.
It has. And for viewers, longtime viewers, they may recognize or notice we're in a new location at Indianapolis. So we kicked off the show last year in the newly renovated entry hall, which is a phenomenal space.
It is.
I'm torn, Bree, because it's such a cool space where we were on that balcony overlooking that gallery of vehicles. But as part of our new set, which we rolled out at Glendale last month, we're here on the Midway right next to the service station in the heart of the activity going on with the staging lanes around us.
And that's the cool thing. Like here at Indy, it's the staging lanes are flanked on either side of us. So we're here in the midst of like all the action, and this is where you and Alyssa hang out when you're not shooting content all day long. So you guys are here, the fans can stop by, you guys are hosting interviews, doing all the cool stuff. So if fans stop by, they can come and jump in at any time and say hello to you and Alyssa.
And I love that we've got morning vibes with this morning sun coming
I know. It's so fantastic.
So fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's been quite a ride, Brianna. I know there's no slowing down. And thanks to all of our viewers out there that have really made the show successful. We love the feedback we get from the comments, and we love the just people coming up and saying, hey, we love Mecum in the Morning. I had some guests yesterday saying that. So it's exciting, and there's no slowing down.
Something else I want to touch on is this is the 38th year of the Dana Mecum Spring Classic. So we have to start thinking about how we're going to celebrate the 40th year. So I think we have to do something really big for that too. And I mean, it goes to show how important this auction is to Dana. The fact that Dana's name is attached to this auction. We've got so many great collections over the course of the next 9 days. And it's really great to see some of the stuff that you've been able to go out and highlight, all the videos and all the collections that you've been able to, see over the last couple months, and like put together some of these great video packages.
Yeah, we have so much in store. As you mentioned, we've got 9 days ahead of us of auction action. Let's zero in on today, Brianna. We've got 35 pieces of road art, and man, the road art display here is next level. If you come to the auction, you've got to walk through. It is like going back in time. So many great pieces of neon. Of course, so many great cars in collections. Today, we've got 248 vehicles crossing the block, scattered throughout all the different fairground buildings and tents. One of our halo cars, that GT109. We've got exotics, we've got motorcycles. So much stuff is in store.
I have to give a shout out to our very own Pat Canny that works in the marketing department. He helps oversee the marketing campaigns and the portfolio for road art. And I asked him, I said, well, since you oversee the road art campaigns, I really need to immerse yourself in the road art. So he came early and helped set up road art. So he has to understand everything that it takes to, get road art going, and understand the customers and understand like how to set it up, the right ways to get it going. So he came in early and he helped Tiffany and her team, and they were really excited to have him on board for that. So, thanks, Pat, for coming in early. He's back home now, but he'll be back for road art Monday. So Thanks, Pat.
And something else that viewers saw there, Brian, is that we've got the Kids Adventure Zone.
It's back.
It's back.
It's back. It's so exciting. And we've got a great crew.
I love it.
It is. And actually, we did a collaboration video with Brendan Schaub, who has become a really good friend and partner for us. And the video that we just posted the other day actually got a lot of traction. And my email started blowing up from people that want to be a part of the Adventure Zone. And this particular company out of Florida called me, just cold called me out of the blue. And we had a really great conversation. And they had some really great ideas that I'll probably bring to Tulsa and beyond. It was too early to get them at Indy, but there's going to be some cool additions to the Adventure Zone, and I can't wait to talk about it.
Awesome. Oh, man.
The fun never stops,
All right.
man.
Am I going to be allowed back?
I don't know. I don't know. If you guys missed it, Matt took some of the Power Wheels out for a drive at Glendale, and he might have had an accident in one of them. But thanks to our friends at State Farm and Staybill and everybody, he got the vehicle back on the road.
And, you know, Brian, for guests that are coming out here, it's always recommended, just because we have so much space here, stop by the service station. That's the best place to get up to speed with what all is here, where you can find the Kids Adventure Zone. It's behind us, fun fact.
Yep.
But just in case you're here, it can be a little bit overwhelming. Check in with them. Something else I want to point out, Brian, that I'm really excited about is we have a glass studio, which is something new that we've never had before at this auction. And it's a forum. It's kind of a forum for some conversations. We've got David Burrows talking about a very special...
And Tom Hill.
Yep. They've got a very special presentation about America's sports car.
Yep.
And then around that, I'll be filling the stage with all kinds of other conversations with consigners, with builders, with other notable industry experts. So I'm really excited. You can find out. We'll be certainly talking about that more here on the morning show. But you can also get the schedule at the service station and find out more.
Yeah, you can also go to mecum.com, go to auction details, and click on that icon that says Glass Studio. The first America's Sports Car presentation actually starts today at 1 p.m., but it's Fridays and Saturdays of both weekends at 1 p.m. So make sure you go and visit that presentation. I don't know what it's going to be about. They've kind of kept it a mystery. So join me and the rest of the team today, because we're going to be there to root on the presentation. But also, something that we haven't touched on yet is what's also in the midway and right behind us is the merch. And I'm very excited about the merch right now because our very own designer, Mike from The Office, helped design the shirt that I'm wearing today. It launches at Indy. It is the motorcycle tank. And I really, obviously coming from a motorcycle background, I really wanted to get some really cool motorcycle designs integrated into our Mecum shop. So this launches today. I really love this shirt, but we also have some really great gear going on. Yeah, look at it's got all these different tanks. Mike, you did a really great job on this t-shirt. We also have a GT109 shirt that's on sale. That's one of our Indy collection shirts, you know, an ode to the GT109 that we're selling here during the Indy Spring Classic. Go get your merch. If you're not going to make it, you can also order online.
Yeah. All kinds of great merch here. I'm excited for that GTO 109 shirt.
I know. Are you going to rock it? Because one, it's blue.
I of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I will say it was funny because your shirt is not to be confused with, we have a tank top.
Yes.
That is blue.
This is a motorcycle tank shirt.
I know.
Yeah.
I put those together.
Yeah.
Brian, let's talk about something that was very exciting. Some news that was made just last night. And, you know, we're in Indianapolis. This is the capital of racing. We've got the historic, famed Indianapolis Motor Speedway just a couple miles across town. And the announcement was made last night, that Mecum Auctions is proud to be sponsoring a vehicle that's going to be competing in several days of racing over there at IMS. Yeah,
so last night we went to the track, and they were sponsoring Jacob Abel for the entire season. But last night we went and we saw the reveal of the car that's racing in the 500, the number 51 car, Jacob Abel. And they, the primary sponsor for that car is Miller. Who doesn't like a nice cold beer? But we are the associate sponsor for that. So we got to check out that car and the official media reveal for that. But then I said, can we go check out the garage? Because for the race this coming weekend, May 10th, we are the primary sponsor. So we've got a great livery on that car. So it's all Mecum, Mecum everywhere, Mecum on the tail, Mecum on the doors, Mecum everywhere. Jacob is a rookie this season. So I'm really excited. You know, Dana and the Mecum family really have an affinity for helping the youth get into racing, or in any regard as it is. But they reached out a couple weeks ago. We were able to put the deal together. You're going to see Mecum on the car for the remainder of the season. in an associate sponsor sense. But luckily for this race on Saturday, we're the primary sponsor. So go check it out. We're really excited. Hopefully we'll get Jacob to stop by and visit us at the auction. But he does have a pretty big schedule with the race on Saturday and then the race on the 25th.
It was so neat to be there at the track. And I agree, Jacob, man, he's got so much ahead of him. I love his attitude. He's enthusiastic about racing. He's enthusiastic about Mecum auctions. I love how he did the sold sticker on his car.
Well, his dad is actually a customer of Mecum. So we got to talk to his dad a little bit. I know our producer Alyssa interviewed his dad, and we'll probably have a package on that tomorrow. But his dad also owns an IndyCar light team, and he fosters, or he gives younger drivers a platform to be able to get in IndyCars. So he has 4 drivers now. Hopefully there'll be an IndyCar in the future. So it was great. I can't wait. We're going to go out and watch the race on Saturday. Alyssa's going to go capture some of the qualifying action later today. And I'm excited. I am a big fan of racing, as everyone knows. 2 wheels, 4 wheels, 3 wheels, it doesn't matter as long as there's racing action. I'm proud to have Mecum on a car in any capacity.
The slogan around here is "This is May." That's what the track, and I love it because this is May. We're in Indianapolis. We've got Mecum auctions and the famed Indy 500. What could be better than that?
Nothing, really.
Nothing. What a great time there last night. But Brian, you and I both have been so busy in the weeks and months leading up to this auction. We've been out on the road checking out some of the great collections and consignments that are crossing the block. And I headed out to Northwest, to the American Northwest, to Washington to check out the Thunderdome Collection that's coming here. I was able to get a preview of what's in store, and here's what I found. Welcome to the Thunderdome Collection here in Seattle, Washington. Start your engines. These are the competition cars of the Thunderdome Collection. First up and built for straight line speed is this 2014 Copo Camaro. This red-hot rocket is powered by a 427 cubic inch V8 delivering 430 horsepower. Ready to give that Copo a run for its money is this 2013 Cobra Jet Mustang. Number 17 of 50 built that year. It's one of just 3 naturally aspirated examples. It's impossible to miss with this graphics package, and under the hood, a 5-liter V8 cranks out 393 horsepower, and it's capable of pulling off quarter-mile times of 10.5 seconds at 130 miles per hour. Ready to run the same tracks, but hailing from a different era is this 59 Corvette. Making a whole lot of noise is an LS6 topped with Hillborn injection, MT valve covers, and custom open headers. Switching gears to NASCAR, this 1990 Lumina stock car was used by Derek Cope, being powered by a 358 cubic inch White Racing Engines V8. Next, we've got a piece of Trans Am history, Jim Harrell's 68 Mustang. It saw use during the 1967 to 1969 A sedan seasons, finishing 4th in the Central Division. There's also some unique 2-wheeled vehicles. These are Mustangs, not built by Ford, but by the Mustang Motor Products Corporation of Southern California. These Mustang bikes were around for about 15 years. They burst onto the scene after World War II as people were looking for cheap, economical ways of transportation. A couple different models were offered, all of them based around this industrial engine, single stroke, rated at 9.5 horsepower, and according to period literature, was capable of 60 miles per hour and 70 miles per gallon. Just another cool part of the Thunderdome Museum collection. Small in size, but big on personality, these microcars show off small rides from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. First up, this 1940 Bantam pickup, America's answer to tiny utility. Frame off restored and finished in classic red with black fenders, it's powered by a 45.6 cubic inch inline 4, delivering a mighty 22 horsepower. Next, we go international with a 1950 Fiat Topolino 500C. Found in Parma, Italy in 1970, it's since come to the States, been restored back to charming factory specs right down to the 569cc engine, and of course this super cool folding soft top. And finally, the largest of the set, a 1968 Fiat 600D Coupe. Rotisserie restored in 2014, this coupe can hold 4 and gets down the road with a 767cc engine. They may be small in size, but they certainly bring big smiles. You can catch all of these cars and several more at Mecum Indy. That was awesome.
You know what? Those small cars gave me big smiles. Is that what you said? Was that your tagline for that?
What a great group of vehicles that's coming here. Like you said, it's small cars, it's all-out race cars. There's motorcycles.
I got excited about that. Yeah.
Two-wheel stuff. Have you ever heard of that Mustang motorcycle company?
No, I have not, and I was actually surprised. I mean, I admit I know a lot about motorcycles, but sometimes like a brand or a model creeps in that I don't necessarily know about. So I'm just gonna have to get informed.
They seem like really neat runabouts, and I would imagine that's a great way for someone to start building a motorcycle collection. And they've got a lot of history being built in Southern California, and they're Mustangs, but not the Ford Mustang. So I think they're cool. I might even be interested. You might have finally won me over to become a motorcycle collector.
A year later, Matt. Actually, on a motorcycle note, I'm really excited is the Peterson Museum has invited me out. I'll be visiting the Peterson Museum collection or motorcycle collection in a couple weeks. So I'm really excited to see their motorcycle collection. Yeah.
Speaking of collections, Brianne, you got to go up to Southern California.
Let me tee this up with, I'm a little bit older than Matt. I was in high school in the 90s, late 90s. I graduated in 2000, and I didn't watch a lot of TV. But when I did get to watch TV, there was a particular show I got to watch that I got super excited about and fangirl. I also love hip-hop. I love the hip-hop culture, as you know. And there was one show I just watched. I would watch on repeat, and it was Pimp My Ride. Huge fangirl. And a couple months ago, we got the West Coast Customs personal collection from the CEO Ryan. And when that happened, I said, I'm not sending Matt out there. I'm gonna send myself out there, and I'm gonna check out all the cars. Not only the cars that Ryan's selling, but I wanted to just meet Ryan. I wanted to be super fangirl. Alyssa lives in California, and I said, hey, Alyssa, do you want to go hang out with Ryan from Pimp My Ride, and let's check out what we got into. We're here at the iconic West Coast Customs in Burbank, California, and we're excited to bring these 5 vehicles to Dana Mecum's Spring Classic, May 9th through the 17th. All 5 of these vehicles come from Ryan's personal collection, and they're going to benefit the West Coast Customs Academy, formed in 2022.
So I'm Ryan Friedlinghaus, CEO of the world famous West Coast Customs. 3 years ago, we started this program called the West Coast Customs Academy. We don't have wood shop and auto shop in high schools anymore. A lot of the students and kids that are coming out of high school maybe they're not going to college, so how do we create some sort of an academy to get them in this industry? We've had 4 graduated classes that have been very successful. And now recently, we just teamed up with JCOD to take individuals that are coming out of incarceration and giving them a second chance. And I feel like this program is giving them a chance, but also giving them a career path. So we have 5 of my personal favorite builds. I'm gonna put them up for auction, and we're gonna raise money for the Academy. And I always tell people is like, if you're gonna sell your own personal things that mean something to you or put your own money into it, then you really believe in it. So this is showing that I truly believe in this next chapter of my life.
From body work to using Bondo to painting, I've learned it all right here, and I'm extremely grateful to be here,
So you look at this Bel Air and you're thinking, like, what's going on here? It is actually a Tesla, but with a body of a Bel Air. Mind blown. So now let's see if I can talk Ryan into giving me a ride. I want to know all the goods. Like, this is your farewell.
There's so much history with this car.
But you're selling it for a good cause.
I am selling it for a good cause, and I keep telling myself that.
You've seen a lack of
automotive technology in schools, and actually also a lack of passion for that, right?
No, I mean,
Like-
we've lost a passion. It's really doing it for the industry, not for my selfish.
And the industry needs it. What made you choose the 5 that you're selling?
So these 5 that I chose, they mean something to me. They truly do. Like each one has like its own story and its own reason of like why I saved it and never got rid of it. And I think that was important for me to choose those ones because I want people to know like this is real. Like these cars do mean something to me. You know, like this Charger, like they gave this to me in 2004 and it was like, hey, do something with it. I cut the car in half, chopped the roof, extended the doors. Like, I feel like I inspired the Challenger. This car meant so much to me. And that's why I'm like, let's choose a Dodge. Let's take Darth Vader's car because that is clearly anybody that knows me personally knows Star Wars is my biggest nerd factor. I was like gifted it by Lucas.
Are you sure when it crosses the block that you're actually going to let it sell? Are you going to have like, I need to just get this car, I'm going to bid on it? So like,
Trust me, I don't even want to think of
are we going to have to like
yeah,
distract you during that?
Yeah.
And just be like,
it might be a bad idea to have me there, honestly, because I'm going to be like, no, I changed my mind.
We hope to see you in Indy, May 9th through the 17th, but if you can't make it, you can still register to bid and win any of these cars by bidding online or over the phone. You know, fangirl aside, like what Ryan's doing, you know, with this academy is I have to applaud that. You know, he started the academy, you know, he saw a lack of automotive technology in schools, right? A lot of those tech programs are closing down, but then the judge that helped start that wildfire program, like we saw a lot of that with the, you know, the Pasadena fires and everything, you know, she approached him and it took a little coaxing on her side to get Ryan to do it. But we got a chance to talk to some of these students that are going through these programs, and a lot of them grew up in really bad neighborhoods and areas, and they just can't get out of the system. They're not given jobs, they're not given opportunities, and Ryan is really helping foster, you know, a passion for cars and giving them an education and a background and a skill set so it gets them out of these neighborhoods. And I could have spent days with them and just seeing, you know, we met a young lady that has been in the system since she was 12, and she was, I think, 29 or 30, and she has not celebrated a birthday outside because of, you know, where she's growing up. And she luckily is getting out soon, out of the system soon, but now she has a skill and she'll probably get a job. You know, Ryan is helping through the program, helping her get a job at a body shop. So it's just really nice to see that, you know, Ryan cares and he's giving back. You know, he had, you know, this fame from Pimp My Ride. He could have just focused on that and building cars for celebrities, but that's not, you know, he's turned his fame into something and he's giving back to the community and he's helping get jobs and skill sets for people that it really matters. And Ryan had said something and it really resonated with me is he's putting his money where his mouth is. He's putting up a personal collection, 5 vehicles that are super important to him to help fund this academy. Like that means something. He's not just saying, I'm going to create a program and ask people to donate money or ask people to donate their time and their stuff. He's doing it on his own. So I really hope, you know, if you're out there, if you're a fan of, you know, obviously like Pimp My Ride and what, you know, West Coast Customs is, but if you want to be a part of something, if you want to be a part of something bigger, register to bid, you know, be a part of this and, you know, help people with skill sets that really, or give people skill sets that really want to make a difference in this world.
That's awesome, Brianna. I will say that I'm invested in what he's doing because I've shared my story before. I got my start in the automotive trades through a VOTEC center. I was able to go through my high school, but that really set me on the path of where I ended up today, was working with my hands, understanding how these cars and trucks and motorcycles work. And that's what instilled the fire in me. So I'm excited. And I know that Ryan and what he's doing is helping to encourage the next generation of young enthusiasts that are going to be shaping car culture for decades to come. And I think it's awesome. I hope the cars sell well, and I hope he's able to get a whole new batch of students and instructors and keep going with this whole thing.
Yeah, and I can't be here on Saturday because my wonderful niece Kayla is graduating. So I've promised that my team, you and Kayla and everyone else, will be there pumping them up as, you know, his personal vehicles roll off the block and sell and go hopefully to really good homes.
Well, we've got a lot more in store here in Indianapolis at Dana Mecum's 38th annual Spring Classic. We hope you will come out, whether it be today or in the 9 days to come. There's so much in store. And of course, wherever you're watching Mecum in the Morning, drop us a comment. We've got some viewers from around the world today, Brianne.
Mark from England, did you want to try that British accent that you tried on break?
I'll practice up maybe for tomorrow. I don't want to put Mark to, or I don't want to, embarrass Mark from England.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's not very good at English accent. But we also have some friends from Texas watching as well, which is awesome. We spent a lot of time down there. I know the car culture is huge.
It is.
And but a lot more in store. Thanks for staying with us as we celebrate our year anniversary. And of course, we've got a lot more in store in the days ahead as we celebrate our 50th episode. We hope you have a wonderful day. And of course, you can catch the live stream on Mecum.com.